Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Driven Wyld. Today we are talking about I had to call. Doordash driver picks up order, then they pull up to the restaurant. There's actually been a fair amount of these posts going up recently. From what I could tell based on the headline alone, it sounds like another ghost kitchen story. I thought that ghost kitchens were going viral before, but what's more interesting is that it's not going viral because restaurants are having ghost kitchens. They're going viral because people have ghost kitchens. Like, people are doing it from their home, and it's crazy. It was a meme for a long time, and people are actually doing it seems. I'm starting to think I should have a playlist of just the stories of all the ghost kitchens, and this one would be in it as well. So with that said, we are talking about everything that's being said in this article, how it actually is for Doordash, UberEats, and Grubhub drivers, customers, ghost kitchens, and everything in between. So with that said, let's get started. A DoorDash worker was shocked after she was instructed to pick up food from a residential home. In a viral video with 68,500 views, TikToker Darcy Gilreath at Genxjesuslover expressed concerns while recording in front of the home. DoorDash suspicion, the on-screen caption read, "The things you do for content, huh?" I'm going to leave our TikTok as well as our profile in the description so you can develop your own opinions on the subject. First off, DoorDash suspicion isn't really a DoorDash suspicion thing, you know? Like, it's actually a person doing something from their home. I'm starting to wonder, how soon will this be normalized? Like, how normal will it be for people to actually capitalize on having a ghost kitchen ran from their home? Because it seems like we're making baby steps in that direction.
Okay, guys, such is the life of a DoorDasher. You see this? It's a residential home in the middle of a neighborhood, yet DoorDash has sent me here to pick up from the Island Spot, LLC. I had to call and just make sure I was in the right spot.
First off, I could have told you that by them keeping LLC in the front of their name like that. I don't know a whole lot of restaurants, but I've looked through Uber Eats, I've looked through DoorDash, and I don't think I've ever seen them listed in the app as an LLC. They probably run themselves out of a LLC, don't get me wrong, but they've never listed themselves as such.
Now, please tell me if you would be scared. Would you wonder, what on earth are you picking up from here? Is it really food?
I feel like there's a lot of fear-mongering going on towards restaurants operating out of homes. And yeah, there should be a level of caution to it, especially from homes that are not as well kept. But in this case, it's actually kind of normalized. I mean, as long as the home is relatively well kept, right? And from what I can tell in the video, it actually does seem like a nice place in a decent neighborhood. Obviously, on a bright sunny day, a lot of places are gonna look like that, but nevertheless, we also wondered how a restaurant that operates from a residential home could be featured on DoorDash. These restaurants are typically referred to as ghost kitchens. Recently, the Daily Dot reported on another TikToker's viral video where he claimed he was able to open a ghost kitchen on DoorDash. He sold Costco muffins at a steep markup. However, the storefront was shut down. I can't tell if this news site is against ghost kitchens or against capitalism, or both. Because I understand, like, there are some food safety things going on here that need to be addressed and make sure that everything's being done by the book. But you know what I'm saying, right? Like, this is genuinely just somebody deciding to start a business on the side and then somebody online bitching about it. Again, this could also be women's safety thing, and there is safety things in regards to all gig workers. But again, this seems like a very nice home. I wouldn't be that concerned here. Is this allowed? Per DoorDash's website, it is possible to have a delivery-only restaurant featured on the site. During the COVID-19 pandemic, many restaurants relied heavily on a delivery-only restaurant model. Even after restrictions were lifted, delivery-only restaurants remained popular. The website acknowledged the need for enough space to prep, cook, and store items when launching. It also recommended renting a commercial or cloud kitchen to launch a standalone restaurant out of. However, there are rules and laws that require food vendors to have specific licenses. Now, we are going to break down some of the specifics here on this article, but we did also have a ghost kitchen owner of Doe Beverage actually come on to the show once with me and Bud Soda, and we actually interviewed her going over what it really takes to launch a successful ghost kitchen and her journey through success. So if you guys want to see a little bit more about that and learn a bit more about that, the link to that's going to be in the description. Feel free to check that out. According to Cloud Kitchens, there are some common permits and licenses needed to run a ghost kitchen, including business license, EIN, certificate of occupancy, food service license, food handling permit, and liquor license. DoorDash's website confirms these permits are typically required to operate on its app. Merchants are required to provide basic information about their business name, location, owner name, and their EIN to validate their entity, its site states. Merchants must also agree to comply with all applicable laws and regulations, including labor, health, and safety laws in all markets in which they operate. There's no minimum order amount or sales amount to remain a DoorDash partner. A merchant can cancel or change their partnership plan at any time. More information can be found on your local health department website for regulations regarding home-based food businesses. That's also important to note if you're planning on starting a ghost kitchen yourself, especially since obviously there's a lot of scrutiny towards the subject. So make sure you do your research to make sure you can have the most successful launch of your ghost kitchen. Commenters chime in the video's comment section. Many expressed concerns with DoorDash featuring home-based restaurants. Who's inspecting these ghost kitchens inside someone's house? This just seems weird because how can we see if it's clean or not? User Dawn XO wrote. Tell me how many insides of restaurant kitchens you've actually personally seen. And tell me where your favorite locations are. If you could answer me those questions and you could genuinely tell me how clean they hold their crap in, then I can respect your opinion. Otherwise, you could go fuck yourself. I would feel it's too sketchy and may not have even completed the order. I have never heard of a ghost kitchen, user Miss 7373 said. In a follow-up clip, the DoorDasher said she, in fact, picked up and delivered the food. Okay, to Miss 7373, I'm gonna be honest with you. You would not make it as a DoorDash driver if you were already a DoorDash driver. And based on that comment alone, you've probably never been a DoorDash driver. That also said, I've also been very minimalistic in terms of who I'm actually picking up from. Like, I don't actually mess with ghost kitchens or package deliveries through Uber Connect. Not because I don't think that there's money or there's no tip customers. I just never had the opportunity. I know that there's a lot. I just don't see them a lot down here. And that's crazy because I would figure this would be the area for it. This is my opinion. It's worth what you pay for it. None of you pay me. There you go. Ghost kitchens seem to be becoming more and more common or more and more viral. One of the two. I don't know how common it actually is because DoorDash does crack down on those people, but they're not all bad. Like, as long as they're maintaining food safety standards and doing the right thing towards the people they're delivering for or to, it should be fine, right? And the problem is that there are so many parody videos on this subject to where no one can really take it seriously, you know? Like, it's hard enough to run a business. Running a business that's going to lead to an uphill battle is even worse. That said, I can't imagine this being a side hustle of any kind. Like, I know that some people are like, oh, you could start a ghost kitchen and that could be your side hustle. Not really. Have you ever ran a restaurant? I'm working with somebody who runs many restaurants. You want to know how often he ends up dealing with employees that call out of work and the stress it takes to operate a business during normal business hours for a pizzeria? That's not easy. Either way, the one thing I will say is if you're concerned about picking up from a ghost kitchen, I totally understand, but also understand that they're doing this for the same reason you're doing DoorDash. They're trying to develop a business. They're trying to earn extra income. They're developing an exit strategy. Remember, the gig economy is an income bridge to what would be a long-term goal. It's not the goal. And sure, is Ghost Kitchen the best opportunity for you? I personally wouldn't. I know people that have. I would personally prefer to build my own delivery service provider so that way I'm not dependent on apps like DoorDash, UberEats, and Grubhub sending me to ghost kitchen locations. And if you would like to learn how to do that yourself, be sure to join the Build Your Own Delivery Service Provider course so that way we can help you get started right. Because I partnered with high-level professionals to create a step-by-step guide to help you create a six-figure earning business after 90 days of focused hard work. The course will guide you to create your own business entity and foundation, methods to source restaurants and drivers with game-changing opportunities, and resources and done-for-you contracts to help protect you financially. You will also have access to high-level professional guidance to help you build your business foundation and support you as you grow your business to reach greater heights. Check the link in the description to sign up and get started on transforming how businesses serve customers and how gig workers will get great opportunities working with you. We are excited and looking forward to helping you secure your financial future. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. As always, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys next time.